All right, let's talk about it. Episode 9. How are we doing today?
Bad. How is everybody?
You
Let's
know,
get it.
you can hear me, right? That's a big
Yeah,
thing this week.
yeah,
Marked
Can,
Oh
improvement.
yeah.
can we hear Scott today? That's the magic question of the day.
I can hear you. We lit.
Oh no, y'all was able to hear me. Y'all was able to hear me before, but not so much everybody else.
We live right now, right?
Yes, sir. I'm just copying the link and sending it to a few people so they can tune in.
Heard that. Oh, I see the thumbnail so fire, bro.
I like that thumbnail. I dig it.
So fire. Me too. Hey man, but what's up, people? What's going on? We back.
Hey man,
Once
we
again, it's
alive.
that time.
We alive. We living the dream.
Yeah, how was your vacation, Ray?
Yo, on vacation. It was relaxing, man. Very, very relaxing. I mean, I fought a couple of mosquitoes, but other than that, it was relaxing.
It sounds better than what I had to go through when I was growing up and shitting my pants my whole vacation.
Oof.
Yeah, you did not have a good vacation.
You know what? I was around loving people though. That was a plus. I was around
Like,
Can't
great
say that.
people.
you were puking, but someone was trying to hold your hair.
Yeah, I was around great people, so I can't even complain like that.
Someone was trying to hold your head.
Well, that matters. And
All right, I think I got it set up for the most part. I'm just gonna put it out on Twitter real quick.
Actually, I retweeted that too.
I retweeted your tweet.
But yeah, man, we had to talk about
Yeah, we got
Marvel and DC. Marvel versus DC. Who do
Marvel
you
versus
guys
DC.
prefer?
We got Marvel versus
What do you
DC.
guys prefer?
Marvel versus DC. DC versus DC. Marvel versus Marvel. We're here to talk about all of that. We'll
All
talk
that
about
good stuff.
all that shit. I'm a DC guy, man. DC is my shit. Nothing against Marvel. I have no issues with Marvel. Marvel's movies are great. When it comes to raw comics, I'm a DC guy. That's just
what
me
is it
personally.
about a DC comic for you over Marvel or Dark Horse or Image or
You know, I'm big on Batman. The Batman universe is like one of my favorite universes in the world. So like, there's probably no characters I dislike. I like almost every character. Um, as far as the movies go, there are some good ones. There are some bad ones. Arnold Schwarzenegger playing Mr. Freeze was not ideal for me. you know that that was definitely different. But
it
you
was
know,
a
I,
different time.
I can't say there's ever been a bad Joker. That's a good thing. You can debate who's the best of them, but I can't say that there's been a bad Joker. Even back in the '60s with Cesar Romero, I mean, it was a different time for Batman, obviously, but I mean, they all did good
My
with their
my
parts.
My favorite part about the Cesar Romero Joker is the actor kept his
The
mustache
mustache
underneath the
over the
makeup. This
bat.
is my favorite part of that costume.
It's like he had to. It's like, listen, I'm not shaving my fucking mustache for anybody. I don't
Right.
care who you are. He was
Yeah,
like,
but
no,
it's a
I'm doing
clown. He
this.
wears white pancake makeup. It's keeping it.
Right. White pancake makeup, green hair, and a purple outfit. But you know what? I'm keeping this fucking mustache. You're not taking this from me. um, yeah, man, I'm a fan of all the Jokers, man. I love Jack Nicholson. Heath Ledger was incredible. I did not hate. Um, I'm trying to blank on his fucking name. Suicide Squad. Jared Leto. I didn't hate Jared.
Oh,
I didn't hate Jared Leto. I thought Joaquin Phoenix made a masterpiece. That movie was incredible.
You
Yeah.
know, I still haven't seen either of those.
What? You haven't
Uh,
seen the Joker?
I haven't seen Joker, and I haven't seen those first two Suicide Squads. I saw the most recent Suicide Squad,
I haven't seen that yet, so we can't ruin that. Me and Ray haven't seen it yet.
the James
Yeah, I
Gunn.
haven't.
We were supposed to have
I'm a huge James Gunn fan, so
yeah, we were supposed to have a little date night, but it never came around. We had shit going on, so we never got around to it. But we're definitely
that
gonna watch that.
that movie is worthy. I love, and this is something I love about the Marvel characters in the universe too. This ties into that. I'll talk about that. But I really love the way that James Gunn will take a lesser known character and sort of bring him to the forefront. And he does
Oh
that with Dashiell Main's character in that. I'm sure you've seen the previews, right?
yeah,
Yep. He did that
See,
with Guardians of the Galaxy for Marvel.
right.
Some lesser known characters, but really elevated them, put them in the
Yeah,
spotlight, and now they're
it's
fan
crazy.
favorites.
It's crazy because Rocket and Groot are two of the most like people love Rocket and Groot, and
hell yeah.
you know
Hell yeah.
in the Marvel universe they love those guys, and like I don't know. And the thing is with the Suicide Squad, right? So not the newer one, but the older one. If you watch the theatrical version, it's fucking trash. It's not good. Because they cut so much out, and it's just it's not worth watching. If you watch the director's cut that they didn't take anything out, and it's a full director's cut of the movie, it's actually pretty damn good. I was not mad at it. Same thing with the Justice League movie. The regular theatrical Justice League movie was not bad. I enjoyed it, but the Snyder cut was like way better, way better. Even though it was 4 hours long, I still enjoyed every minute of it. But I'm
Yeah,
also
it
biased to
was.
DC. I'm biased to DC, so
So I'm not following this whole like we need a special version of the movie for it to be good thing though. Like why not just put the time and money into it the first time and fix it? You know, I don't get
Right.
that.
So
Right.
the Justice League thing, what had out? Do you know the story behind it at all?
And I know he had a death in the family. I think it was his daughter, I believe.
His daughter, yeah. So I think he was like partway through the movie.
And
His
they
daughter,
pulled in Whedon,
yeah, his daughter passed
and it was
away.
a terrible experience for everybody, from what I read.
Yeah, no, like Affleck stepped down and Cavill stepped down. Ray Fisher was like, "I'm not doing this anymore." I think Gal Gadot and uh fucking
Wonder Woman.
Khal Drago, Jason Momoa. I think they're like the only ones. I think they were the only ones who were like still on board with you know playing the character after the Snyder thing was done, and maybe it's because they didn't care about who was directing it. I don't know what the case is. I don't I didn't read into it too much, but I know Ray Fisher was especially pissed about it. He was like, "Listen, I'm not playing this character unless Snyder steps in." And not for nothing. When I first saw the trailer for this, I was like, "Cyborg, really in the Justice League movie? Why are they bringing him in? That's weird." But watching the movie, he's probably my favorite character in the movie.
You ever seen
I think he was an incredible cyborg.
but have you ever seen you seen Teen Titan, right? Like
Yeah, of
the
course.
original yeah. He there's an episode where Cyborg does go and work with Jesse.
No, he does
Like
it.
he becomes a Justice League member because
No,
he's
and
like better out of all the Titans.
I know he ends up joining the Justice League. That's never in doubt. My thing is, if you're gonna make a Justice League movie off the jump, you would think Green Lantern, Green Arrow, something along those lines. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't think,
Yeah.
oh, let's bring in Cyborg, but Ray Fisher did such a good job playing Cyborg. I loved the character. I thought he was great.
Yeah, he did.
Fit. It was great. I loved it. I loved the character and what he did with it. Um, the dude who plays the Flash. The only complaint I have is the way he runs is really weird. But as far as the character goes, like the super gullible, like childish character. I love that. I thought that was great.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame him for the effects. I think that's something Snyder just wanted to do.
No, that's not
But
his that's not his fault. He can't control that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
the way he moves his arms, like when he's running, it's just like he's so dramatic with the swinging. It's like, what are you doing over there? But
yeah. They like every time he runs, they have this little animation of him like zooming in and going like extra. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it's too extra a little bit, but
there's a lot.
it was overall it was a good movie. That
Yeah,
movie was fire.
there's electricity all around him, and like he's like,
Yeah,
and see now this is my thing now, right? With I think I might have talked to you guys about it before. So the way they were setting up this DC universe, like I would have loved to see it pan out the way that I thought it was supposed to pan out. Because you see Batman versus Superman, and you see who
yeah,
plays Bruce Wayne's parents. You're like Lauren Cohen and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Those are some big name actors and actresses right now. Like Walking Dead was at its peak at that time. It was like these guys are playing Martha and Bruce Wayne to die in an alley in 5 fucking seconds. Why are they playing them? Right? Then you hear later on down the line, oh, they're supposed to make a Flashpoint movie. And the wheels start turning like, oh, so Lauren Cohen's gonna end up playing the Joker. That's fucking weird. But you're like, you're into it. You're like, all right, I can get behind that. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan playing a sinister Batman sounds fucking awesome. That's something I would love to see. I think he would be perfect for that role. Just seeing the way he plays Negan in Walking Dead, I would love to see him play a sinister Batman. Like I don't give a fuck. I'll kill the enemy. Like that's, I would love to see that. Um,
Like
but
Batman Who Laughs movie.
what's that?
The Batman Who Laughs movie.
man, who laughed.
Um,
The Batman Who Laughs movie. What's that? Check quick.
honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I'm pretty in tune with DC too. I'm not sure if I heard of that one.
Batman Who Laughs.
Oh
2008
yeah,
comic.
yep.
Uh,
When did it come out?
there were some talks of a movie uh based on that storyline.
What, the Flashpoint?
No, this particular
Oh, the Batman for the last one.
yeah, I don't have a great picture to show you guys, but let's see if I can pull something up.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. Have you guys ever watched the YouTube channel Bat in the Sun?
Nah,
No,
nah.
better late than never. I guess, right?
Have you guys ever watched Son? Better late than never.
Man's watching the football game.
Yo, football.
Better late than never.
Yeah, like an echo on the back.
Yeah, my temper kept loading for like 10 minutes, so
14 minutes.
14 minutes.
Lying bastard. Their shit's
That's
echoing like crazy too. Better come in here, cause technical difficulties.
They lagging like crazy.
it's still echoing.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah.
I think we're hearing him through his
We're hearing
coming
him
back to his
through the
headphones.
screen and through the
Through
headphones.
the, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, the sound coming out of both. Um.
It's the headphones.
So yeah. Anyway, until he gets back in here. Anyway. So if you've never seen the YouTube channel Bat in the Sun, it's a dope ass YouTube channel. But they have like these like dream fights, and they take like Batman versus Darth Vader and like Wonder Woman versus Wolverine, and they do like a like live action fights of it. And it's cool as shit. They have a whole bunch of different ones. They have like Joker and Harley Quinn against Deadpool and Domino. They have a whole bunch of them. It's actually really cool to watch. I like binge watched a shit ton of them. But they're definitely worth watching if you're into that type of thing.
See, I'm more of a. I don't dislike DC. I like DC a lot, but I'm more of a Marvel guy. I feel like Marvel, like for me, it brings more to the table.
I ain't mad at that.
Like
But what was that before the movies or just in general?
just in general,
All right.
like like Captain America's always been one of my favorites. Thor, you know what I mean? I love the whole. I love. You know what I like more? I like their villains, like Galactus, Thanos, freaking
Thanos is awesome. I love Thanos.
his man. The way they did him in the movie too, like his swag, man. Like the dude is just.
That's the same guy who played Cable, right? He plays both characters.
Yep.
He does
Yeah,
Cable, and
yeah.
the Deadpool movies are incredible. I love the Deadpool movies, so we're gonna say that. But so Thanos, how did you guys feel about his plan? Were you guys against it? Did you guys go for it?
I was against it.
He was against it.
Listen, man, I was against it. You can't. You you can't force your opinion onto others. You know what I'm saying? That's what Thanos. That's what Thanos did. Thanos saw the world one way and thought it would work that way. So he wanted to get rid of half the population.
Mhm.
That way, you know, I guess the world will prosper better. And that's just the way he's seen it and he went with it. But you can't force that onto others. You gotta let people live their lives. Like who are you to play God? You know what I mean?
He's fucking Thanos. That's who he is.
Like
But
genocide
not
is genocide, no matter how fair you try to make it. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Listen, I will say this. I think I don't think he was wrong. I think he was absolutely right. But that's not how you go about it. That's the thing.
Wait. Absolutely right about what?
About the population being cut in half. I don't think he was wrong. Does he have the right to make that decision? No. But is he wrong? No. No, he's
See,
not.
that's what I like about how his character is written and how pretty much all the Marvel villains are written is that they have believable motives, so you can relate to them. You can, in a way, they're not necessarily like a black and white villain. There's subtlety to them. You know what I mean?
See, I'm glad you said that you said those words. Um, because the motive is very relatable. It's a relatable motive, but the execution is not in his. Like, he doesn't have the right to execute that plan. Like that's not like Ray said. You can't play God, but I don't think he was wrong. You know what I mean? I
He
don't
doesn't think
think.
he's wrong either.
No, of course not.
He's
Why?
in his eyes, he's doing the universe a service. That's his passion to just make this happen because this will, you know, double the resources for everybody. This will be great.
Listen, at the end of the day, it was Thor's fault. He should have went for the head.
Yeah, it would double the resources for people and stuff like that. But you're only prolonging the inevitable. Like the world's gonna repopulate again,
Right.
whether you did that or not. So when it gets to that point again, what are you gonna do now that you destroyed the gauntlet and you snapped? You just completely snapped reality and made it your own. Like when it gets to that point again, what are you going to do? You gonna play God again?
Ant-Man
Like
saves the
Right.
day.
that's not for him to dictate. You know what I mean? And can't. I don't know. Like I get where he's coming from, but it's you're just prolonging what's gonna happen anyways.
Yeah. Um, unpopular opinion. I don't like Spider-Man. I never have really. Spider-Man's not my kind of person. I'm not a Spider-Man fan. I love Venom. I'm not a Spider-Man. I will
You're an
literally
Iron Man fan, right?
no. I mean, I don't dislike Iron Man, but I'm not like a fan. I will literally watch the scene of Thanos snapping his finger just to watch Spider-Man die because I enjoy it that much. I don't like Spider-Man.
Excuse me. Wow.
And
I think he's one of the more relatable heroes, just because he's always been written to have like actual teenager problems.
no, and
True.
it's true. He's a fan favorite. You know, when you ask people their favorite superheroes, they're gonna go Batman, Superman, Wolverine, Spider-Man. Like outside of those four, there's gonna be other opinions. Like you're gonna have the Thors and the Hulks and the Wonder Womans and all that, but those are like the power four in my opinion. Like, you're gonna get Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. Those are like the four that if you're gonna pick a favorite hero, everybody loves. Let's just take a look really fast, right? I have one for Robin. You know that's different. That was my sister. One for Wonder Woman. That was my father. Now we have Batman, Truby with Deadpool, Andrew with Deadpool, Sean with the Hulk. I don't know who this is. Somebody with Jean Grey, right?
That's
So
me.
Oh, that says Ray. That says
Yeah, I
Ray.
wrote my. I noticed too. I wrote my Y and it looks like maybe like
A
an S
G.
or an E.
It looks like a G or something. All right, so going through here, we have Wolverine. Now I'm going through the ones that I sent to my phone. We have Wolverine, Spider-Man, Batman, Batman. That might be all of them. Let me go to the villain.
Somebody's handwriting's wild.
No, the handwritings are crazy, but like I'm surprised. I'm surprised Superman didn't get picked as often as the rest of them. But
What?
I'm surprised
Superman's trash, bro.
I mean,
I don't like Superman.
I don't like Superman personally. I think he's all powerful, the perfect superhero. Like it's not my thing. There was a skit done by College Humor where Superman wants to team up with Batman. You know, they do the whole like it's a comedy thing. They do the whole scene on the roof with Commissioner Gordon, and Batman's just like, "You're fucking white bread," you know, you're plain. That's how I see Superman personally. I think he's very whitewashed. I think he's very plain. He's white bread.
Superman.
He's kind of boring.
That's not why I dislike him.
He's
I
boring.
dislike him because, yeah, he's very boring. Like he doesn't have much of a personality. Like he's very just like plain. And
You mean your alter ego taking off your eyeglasses is not a thing? That's different. I never understood that. I will never ever understand that. You know, you're not behind a mask. You have fucking eyeglasses on. You're the same person.
yeah,
You look exactly the
They're
same.
really
And-
nerdy eyeglasses. So
and nobody notices.
That
Man
always
has the same hairstyle and everything.
That always-
Nobody knows.
that always flabbergasted me. It's like Batman literally has to change his voice and put a mask on, or people know who he is. But Clark Kent can just take off his eyeglasses. He's good to go. It's fucking incredible. I don't get it.
how much guy liner you think Batman has on underneath that mask? Like
A lot. I'm
there's
thinking like
obviously some transition time between like mask off and like Bruce Wayne in public, you know?
yeah, no. He's probably got like fucking Gwen Stefani type eyeliner underneath his mask. Like he has a lot going on. He has a lot of makeup under there. But that's probably also like a fusion with the Joker kind of thing. He wants to feel like the Joker, you know. I don't know, but so this is the thing. I've seen a million different Batmans, right? Whether it's a comedy thing or in a movie or whatever, and like
Yeah.
I liked Ben Affleck's Batman. You know, I genuinely liked it, but you can see the makeup when it goes close up to his face behind the mask. You can like see it clear as day. It's not even a little bit hidden. It's just like, hey, wear makeup. You know, I just never, I never understood why they did that. Like, I guess so you don't see the color of his, like the pigment of his skin, but I mean, you still got the whole bottom part of his mouth. I mean, I don't know.
There's
What?
definitely been some mistakes in the Batman lineage. Dare I say the one with Schwarzenegger where Batman the Batsuit had nipples?
Yes, that was Tommy Lee Jones, right? Or was that George Clooney? Which one was that?
Said the Batman had nipples.
Yes, the costume had nipples.
It wasn't Clooney. It was the other one. Yeah, the Batsuit like had nipples on it in the chest piece.
Yeah, it was weird. Very weird.
Terrible choice.
My favorite thing about Batman is how he always has what he needs on his utility belt at the time, especially in the '60s, like when they were doing the Adam West Batman. Like whatever situation he was in, it was like I'm equipped with what I need for this situation, and it was always like funny as shit to me.
Listen, if you're gonna go run around in tights, you are gonna be prepared. You know.
No, but this is outlandish shit.
Stuff through. You're gonna think this stuff through. Be like, hey man, I'm gonna reach in here and I'm gonna pull out exactly what I need here because I'm wearing tights and I'm not running back home. I don't have pockets. Like
I'm talking like on his utility belt. Like, it's the most outlandish shit though. Like he's like jumping from a helicopter on a rope and he's like in the sea kind of, and it's like, oh my god, a shark is on my leg. Let me get my shark repellent bat spray out of
the shark repellent. Yeah.
Out of my utility. Like you just carry that around all the time there, Bruce? You serious?
Yeah.
Only when he's going on missions that are going to involve sharks. Does he?
I guess.
The shark
I guess so. You know? I will say one of my favorite things about the '60s Batman with Adam West was the Riddler's riddles. His riddles were incredible in the '60s. Not so much now, but like just and like Robin got them right away. Like, and it was some riddles that were like I you couldn't have possibly got the answer to that. Like, what's dangerous and sits in a tree? I think that was one of them. And Robin like thought about it for like a half a second. Was like a sparrow with a machine gun. How the fuck did you get that answer? Where did you get that answer from?
Obviously, Robin's in cahoots with the Riddler, and
he must be because
he's helping write these to try to impress Batman.
Maybe, but then they would have ones that were like, you know, what kind of people are always in a hurry? And Robin's like, oh, Russian people. It's like, okay, that makes sense. I get that. That's funny. Like, I can relate to that. But the sparrow with a machine gun, how the fuck did you possibly get that answer from what's dangerous and sits in a tree? And that's all you had. That was your only hint. What?
Sounds like that joke book I used to carry around when I was like 6 years old.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to tell jokes to your friends. You know, they had like reach into your pocket real quick. Hey.
Yeah. Yep. No, even worse. I'm pretty sure I've told like every single one of them to my mom at one point.
Ain't that the worst? Yeah, you like practicing on your mom for like for like school. Mom, what do you think about this? And it's like she sets you up for failure. She has to laugh at you. You're a kid, and she has to make you feel good about yourself. So are you more? Well, you guys are you guys more of a hero fan or a villain fan? What side do you like more?
That's hard.
That's tough. That's tough. I think either way, I'm looking for conflicted heroes or villains.
Nah, I would say hero side.
I'm definitely the one who roots for the bad guys. That's how I am. Unless it's like what I can't even say unless it's Batman because I'm Harley Quinn over Batman. That's before Suicide Squad and all that shit. I've always been a Harley Quinn fan.
Now, see, I'm big fans of villains and stuff like that, but like for example, The Dark Knight. When I thought Batman was gonna, last minute save what was the girl's name? That was locked.
Rachel. What's her name?
Yeah. Yeah. What was his name? Two-Face's girlfriend. Harvey.
Yeah, Harvey
Right?
Two-Face. Yeah, that was
Right,
Aaron Eckhart, who's like the perfect Harvey Two-Face, by the way.
Oh yeah, perfect. And you know, in this movie, I'm like, yo, the Joker is ruthless, man. I hope Batman like really like kicks his ass and nail it to him and stuff. The Joker
See,
was giving it to him, bro.
this is where my bias comes in. I loved Heath Ledger's Joker. I thought it was amazing. I fucking hated Christian Bale as Batman. So if I would have saw Joker get the upper hand on Batman, I would have been fine with it in this movie. I would have been okay. I
I'm
would
always
have
for
been
the hero, but
not
yo,
me. I
when they
was
killed that girl, man, I was
I was wait,
oh
I was waiting for Thanos to
shoot.
snap his fingers. I was like, go ahead, do it. Snap your fingers. Damn it, give him the glove again. Fucking
And
Iron,
you know how like
Iron Man had to
movies are
ruin it.
usually predictable, and oh, he saves the girl somehow. Nah, she died, bro. I was like, all right, Batman's gritty, man. I like this. But then they messed up on. I didn't like the first movie, and I didn't like the third movie.
The first one was the
It was
Dark Knight
beginning.
Rises. Batman Begins.
Begins, yeah.
Then the third one was Dark Knight Rises, right? This one with Bane.
Yeah, the one with Bane. Bane could have been 20 times better, bro.
Bane's voice in that movie bothers me.
Tell me about it. Batman bothered me in that movie. Like,
Batman,
come on, bro.
Christian Bale bothered me as Batman. Period. Listen, he was a great Bruce Wayne, but it's hard not to be a great Bruce Wayne. You're a playboy millionaire. You can't fuck that role up. But Batman, you can fuck that up pretty easily. We saw Christian Bale do it in 3 straight movies.
You know who got that Batman down pat? Ben Affleck.
I thought Ben Affleck was a great Batman.
I think he's the perfect Batman.
I mean, I go Michael Keaton if I'm thinking Batman. Michael Keaton was the perfect Batman for me. Michael Keaton was
bad, but
I think Michael Keaton was the best one. He was the best. He was the best Batman.
Before yeah.
He's supposed to be reprising the role in the Flashpoint movie. Somehow, I guess like a Batman from the future or whatever. So he's reprising the role. He's gonna be, Batman. Fucking.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, man, I hope he's old Batman from Batman.
That'd be dope. Yeah, that'd be so fire.
Batman, that'd be
crazy. People have always fantasized about that. About Michael Keaton coming back to do Batman Beyond and being the older Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I can totally see him doing that. I love Michael Keaton. I think he's great. Like as an actor in general, not even just like as Batman. Right. I love Michael Keaton as an actor. He was great in Beetlejuice. He was great in Mr. Mom. I loved him. I loved Multiplicity.
Yeah, he was. I love Beetlejuice, man.
Those 90s Batman cartoons. Batman the animated series.
Yep.
And the Batman, Superman, whatever that was.
Wait,
the Super Friends?
He voiced the animated series Batman?
No.
No.
Oh, I was going to say, no way.
But so, like you mentioned before, Harley Quinn is like your favorite villain.
It's my favorite person in comics, yeah.
Favorite person in comics. So Batman the animated series, that 90s television show, she was created as a foil to the Joker for that show. Like, she was created in the show and then came to comics afterward.
Right.
I always found that really interesting.
People love the character so much that they pushed it forward into the comic books, and they created a whole story on it. I mean, and the thing is, her whole story of being like the doctor who was with him and at Arkham Asylum, and he just slowly had made her fall in love with him and manipulated her. I think it's a great story. I don't understand when people say I think it was me and Truby talking about it the other day. When people are like, I want love like Harley and the Joker. I want that kind of love. Like, are you sure? You sure you want that kind of love? That's the love you want? Not the love I want. Definitely not. He was very abusive, verbally and physically. He did nothing but manipulate her. He does not love her. Not even
At all.
not even a little bit.
At all.
The love is definitely one sided. Um, you don't want love like that at all. Why would you want love like that?
Have you guys seen the new animated show on HBO Max, the Harley Quinn cartoon?
Yeah, I actually saw it on the plane when I was going to California.
Well, Alan Tudyk plays like 3 different characters in that. One of them is the Joker.
He does Joker, Nightwing, and someone else, right?
Yeah, one of the henchmen. Who's the Clayface? I think.
I think Jay. Um, I thought Jay. I thought Jay texted us. I don't think Jay's coming back.
Probably not.
Um,
Oh, you know the girl that played Harley Quinn on Suicide Squad? She wants to do a movie for Marvel. She wants to join the Marvel universe.
Margaret Robbie.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah,
she
her.
trying to? Who's she trying to pick up as a character?
I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
I was reading.
Yeah.
I was reading it on I think it's like MSN or something like that. I pulled up my my internet browser and I seen it and I was like, really? She wants to go to Marvel? I think she does really good as Harley Quinn. Like I feel like she should, continue her role, but
No,
that's what she wants to do.
she's not gonna stop the role. She'll still do it. I'm sure. I mean,
That'll depend though, because if she gets on a contract and doing a Marvel movie, she's not gonna be able to do, a DC movie.
if there are a couple people who plays both sides too,
Quite a few, in fact.
I would say that I'm pretty sure there's quite a few who play both sides, even if it's for a short amount of time. I will say I like Marvel's. I do like Marvel's casting for a lot of their characters.
Yeah, I do too.
I think Mark Ruffalo is a great Bruce Banner. Um, I like Scarlet Witch. Can't remember the actress who plays her, but
Elizabeth Olsen.
Come on,
Elizabeth.
man.
Um, um,
That's this. She's a beast, man.
I do like her as Scarlet Witch. The guy who plays Cable and Thanos obviously is great. Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is like fucking perfect.
Perfect.
I don't know if you can get
Perfect.
a better character, a better person to play that character. Um, Deadpool is one of my absolute favorites in all of Marvel. So I mean, it's like Cyclops, Beast, Bishop, and Deadpool. Like those are like my favorites in Marvel.
This is my thing because eventually, like they intertwine. They at some point Deadpool gets with the Avengers and stuff like that. But
I can't
I
wait for
think
that shit to
Ryan
happen.
Reynolds. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds wants to play another character. How does that work? Because if he's Deadpool, then say they do movies like that. Who's gonna play the other character? You know what I mean? Like, how
I
does
don't
that
know.
work?
They should definitely make another Deadpool movie because they didn't utilize Domino as much as they should. And the girl who plays Domino is like really good at it. That's the same girl that was in like she was in Game of Thrones and Fast and the Furious, right? It's the same girl.
Is that really?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she plays
I don't know.
Daenerys's main handmaiden or whatever. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's her that plays Domino. But
I don't know.
but you don't watch Game of Thrones, so you wouldn't know her from that. But the girl who plays Domino in Deadpool 2, um, I would love to see her play some more Domino. I thought she was really good at it. Like it was like cool how she portrayed the character, even if it wasn't 100% to the true to the character itself. I thought she did a great job. I'd see it, but I also don't mind if you bend this. I wouldn't say bend the script, but um, if you take your own liberty with the character, kind of like you don't follow it like 100%, and you kind of take like your own little liberty. I don't mind that if you execute it, and I think that's something that she did. Did you guys see X-Men First Class?
Yeah, I seen that.
How'd you guys feel about that one?
I was actually talking to Jen about that the other day, like because Disney's taking over they bought out Fox. They're taking over the X-Men movies and stuff like that. So I thought in the beginning, watching those X-Men movies, I thought they were really good, but rewatching them now, I think they kind of suck. I don't think they're like true to the story. I think like the original X-Men movie focused more on Wolverine, and Hugh Jackman he was phenomenal with Wolverine. He was a phenomenal Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman's a phenomenal actor. It's hard to fuck up with him.
True. But they suck. There was the story was just, I don't know, kind of like it wasn't true to the comics. It wasn't true to like the animated series, the stuff I grew up on. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I rewatching it over again kind of sucked. I'm not gonna say the other ones did though. Like First Class and On was solid, but they weren't the best movies. A lot of them, from other people's perspective, they suck. But me personally, I think they were decent. I wouldn't say they was the best movies, but they were decent. Like the Dark Phoenix could have been better on both on X-Men 3 and the Dark Phoenix. Both could have been a lot better.
The Dark Phoenix was the one with
Apocalypse was good. I think that one was really good.
What's the girl from Game of Thrones?
The girl who plays Sansa Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't see that one.
I actually liked that a lot. I watched that with my wife. She thought it was beautiful. Very hard to get her to watch a superhero type movie. Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was good.
I was always a fan of the X-Men movies. I mean, they hit before the Marvel Universe did.
Right.
Way before, yeah. That and the Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, and the X-Men movies, I remember them all being very connected and just being exciting to see, like, cool depictions of that stuff at the time. But like Ray says, like, you go back and watch those, like maybe the original ones, they don't really hold up next to what's going on now. You know?
That's what I was gonna ask. Now, when you go back and watch them, do you dislike them more because they don't keep up with what Marvel's doing now, or do you dislike it because it just didn't age well? Like is there bias there? Is what I'm saying. Like, is it like shit compared to the Avengers and the Iron Man movies and Captain America? It doesn't sit with it.
I would say they didn't age well.
Yeah, I would have to say because they didn't age well. Yeah.
But at this point, though, like if you watch Days of Futures Past, they don't matter no more. So like they made those movies, they made those 3 movies, and after they made Days of Futures Past, pretty much said those movies are irrelevant. First Class and On is what mattered. You know what I mean? And those were decent movies.
I liked First Class. I watched First Class.
Not that they was a little more true to the animated series and stuff like that. That's why I like them, but they could have been better. And I feel like them Fox giving it to Disney, when Disney, starts their X-Men movies, I feel like they're going to be a lot better and true to the comic and the animated series.
Well, Marvel just does a good job with their movies.
They do. They do.
There's a huge debate right now as to how Marvel and Disney are going to introduce mutants, because they've been excluded from the entire universe for the past 12 years now. So like, how are they going to do that? How are they going to introduce it? And there's a huge running theory behind a link through the Eternals.
Yeah, I think you were telling me that before.
Wasn't Mutants supposed to come out like sometime? Well, that was during COVID, right? So they probably pushed it back.
Yeah,
because that wasn't that supposed to come out like last year or something like that?
Well, you notice. What did we just watch? Where where Smart Hulk is no longer Smart Hulk. It's back to Mark Ruffalo.
That was in
That-
Endgame, wasn't it?
Was that Ragnarok?
No, it's one of the new series we just recently watched.
No,
we saw
Endgame.
Hulk.
That was
It was
Endgame. That was
Endgame. I'm pretty
Endgame.
sure.
Yeah, that was Endgame.
He wasn't like full on Green Hulk. He was just like half
Yeah,
Mark
it was like
Ruffalo, half. You know what I mean? Like,
I think
Yeah,
I think
Smart
they're
Hulk.
gonna
But like,
I think they're
we've
gonna
just
change
seen
that.
he's back to Mark Ruffalo now already, but we haven't. They didn't. The movie that was supposed to happen and it hasn't even hit yet. So like everything's kind of out of order now. Things are a
Because
little confusing.
I'm sure
they
they'll
have
find a way.
Hulk. What's the
Yeah.
name of the movie? Hulk World something.
Oh, obviously, Shang-Chi. We just saw. Has anybody here seen Shang-Chi yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
Not yet.
So, huge spoiler. You see Mark Ruffalo. He's not Smart Hulk anymore. But like, because Shang-Chi was released out of order with something else, I think it was Eternals. We don't get that information. We don't understand why.
That's weird. That's weird when they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Hulk does have a solo movie coming. So I think that's
Really?
yeah. You didn't hear about that? That's what I was talking about. Hulk. It's called Hulk. Let me bring it up.
I know there's a series coming up, the She-Hulk series, and I know Ruffalo's
She-Hulk's
supposed to
coming as
feature
well.
in that a bunch.
I will say I did really like Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther.
Oh, amazing film.
I thought he was great. Killmonger is one of my favorite villains in the Marvel universe. So seeing Michael B. Jordan play him was even better for me because Michael B. Jordan's a phenomenal actor.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely liked the Black Panther movie. And his portrayal in the Avengers series was nothing had changed. He was still like the same character, and he executed it every movie. It was great to see.
Black Panther, I think, is a super, super strong standalone movie on its own. Like, take
Yeah.
away the entire Marvel universe, and it's a super strong movie.
Yeah.
I feel that way about that, and I feel that way about the final Avengers movie, the time heist movie.
Yeah, Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Endgame a lot. Every so often I'll watch like clips of these movies, the DC ones and the Marvel ones. I'll watch like clips of them just to watch them. And one of my favorite scenes from that is like portals, where Captain America's just on his last leg against Thanos in the army. He's like ready to die, and all of a sudden, like all the portals open up, and it's like they're like on your left, and here comes fucking everybody coming out of portals to stand beside him after they've all been brought back. He does the whole Avengers Assemble thing. Like that's a very very great scene.
All right, so it's called World War Hulk.
That's different. World War Hulk,
Did not know about that. That's amazing.
and that's gonna be Mark Ruffalo.
Yep. So
And
I'm excited to see that.
Robert Downey Jr. is done with Iron Man, right? As far as he said.
Yeah, he's done. He isn't even
Wasn't
voicing
it?
anymore.
Huh?
Oh, because I thought there was talk that he thought about coming back as that.
I don't know.
Maybe what's he gonna come back as, like
Maybe
a
a-
younger version of himself for Ironheart or something?
Say maybe a cameo or something. Yeah. I don't know. Uh, I love that they threw Paul Rudd in the Marvel universe. That's like amazing for me. I love Paul Rudd.
I love that he
No,
plays Ant-Man, but he doesn't even play the traditional Ant-Man. He plays like a cat burglar who accidentally stumbles upon Ant-Man, which is even better. Like,
right, he plays fucking Paul Rudd's Ant-Man. That's what he
right,
plays.
right.
Paul
You
Rudd's
know,
Ant-Man.
Idris Elba was talking about doing. He wants to do a DC movie. I think he'd kill it.
See, that I've always said this. He's already done a DC movie. He's
Oh yeah, that's right. He was well, he was in
he was in Green Lantern with
Suicide-
Ryan Reynolds.
Listen, that doesn't count for anybody. Okay,
I know, but
Forget
listen,
that ever happened.
and he wasn't in the new Suicide Squad. But I
Yeah, I was
think
gonna say, wasn't he in the new Suicide Squad?
he was. I
Being a
think
Green Lantern is like being in the butthole version of Cats. Like,
right. Say, hey, you're in Cats. Guess what part you're playing? You're the tail. I would love to see Idris Elba play the Jon Stewart version of Green Lantern. Like if they were to do a regular Green Lantern movie, I would love to see him play the Jon Stewart Green Lantern. I think he would fucking kill it.
the John Stewart Green Lantern.
Jon Stewart.
Oh, you don't know about the Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan Green Lantern? There's a
No.
white and there's a black Green Lantern. The white Green Lantern is Hal Jordan, and the black Green Lantern is his name is, I shit you not, it's Jon Stewart. I know you think you hear Jon Stewart, you think the comedian, you think oh late
Absolutely, yeah.
late-
And
late-
I'm like trying
late
to
night
I'm
late
trying
night
to
talk
put
show.
together a dry-witted Jewish comedian version of Green Lantern here, and I think that's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Even in the animated series, Stewart takes over for the other one, right?
Yeah. When did
I
he find?
remember because I remember it being the white guy. I don't remember his name, and he had the little band thing on, and then
Hal
Jon Stewart took over.
Hal Jordan was the white one.
Yeah, Hal Jordan started it, and then because he had the little mask, but Jon Stewart didn't. Oh, he just had the raw face.
How funny would it be if Jon Stewart played the Hal Jordan version of, of Green Lantern? It's like, hey, you're Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart at the same time.
Jon Stewart.
That'd be kind of fucked up, but I think it'd be funny.
We should write a sketch and see if we can get Jon Stewart to be in it.
Oh, God, yeah, good luck. I mean, he's not Jimmy Kimmel famous, but yeah, I would love to see Idris Elba play that role. I think it'd be great. But I'm also very biased to Idris Elba. I think he's an incredible actor.
He is.
It's like there's a handful of actors that if you take them, you're like, throw them in a movie, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm watching it now. It's like, Idris Elba, Denzel Washington, Tom Hanks, Kevin Spacey, Russell Crowe. You throw them in a movie, I'm watching it. You know what I mean?
This is completely off topic, but I'm just this is just proving how good of an actor Idris Elba is. What was the movie that you had me watching? With him, Chris Brown,
Takers.
Yeah, Takers. He was phenomenal in that.
He was great.
Phenomenal in that movie.
That was the first time. That was the first time I heard him with a British accent, and he's actually fucking British. Like, so the first thing I actually saw him in was Obsessed with Beyonce. And I was like, all right, this guy's a pretty good actor. You know what I mean? Like, it was a regular American role. He Americanized his voice. I did not think he was British even a little bit. Then I saw The Wire. He plays a educated thug from Baltimore. So he has the Baltimore accent. Like, he stretches out his U and all that other shit that Baltimore people do. You know what I'm talking about. he has that Baltimore accent. He's like, all right, so this guy's a pretty good actor. Then I saw Takers. And I was like, damn, he does British accents too. This guy's really fucking good. And then I saw he had a show called Luther. And he's straight up British. I was like, hold on, is this dude fucking British? And I looked up an interview and he's like straight up British. I'm just like, so he played an American actor. I mean, an American, regular ass father figure. And he played a dude from an educated thug from Baltimore. but he's like straight up British. Like that's fucking crazy. Like, how do you change your voice to a whole nother? Like,
Yeah, that's
I
what.
I always wonder if like you know how people make fun of like British and like Chinese people like change their voice. Like, can they do that with us? Like, is that a thing?
That's what always
Yeah,
threw me off because
absolutely, they can.
I've always known he was British, but he never had the accent. So I'd be like,
I didn't know he was
this man
fucking
ain't really
British.
he ain't really British, man. Dude's lying, bro.
No, he's just
Until
that good of an
I heard the
actor.
accent. Yeah, he's good.
He's
He's
not good of an
really
actor.
good.
It's the same thing with the kid from Snowfall, the kid who plays Franklin. He's
Oh yeah,
British. He's British. I was like,
yeah.
when you hear him talk, you're just like, wow, he sounds like a regular kid from fucking California. Like that's how a California kid sounds. And then you see him in an interview, he's like, oh my god, this kid's British. And like, British actors have that thing where they can do that. It's like it's cool that they can do that. Like change their voice to like I'm sure like other people can do it too, but like it seems racist when like regular Americans do that. Like Al Pacino playing Tony Montana, looking back at that, you're like, ooh. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but it's fine when you know Damson Idris does it. It's fine. But yeah, I
Speaking
guess
of
back.
speaking of like his role in the MCU, like that's super impressive.
Who's that?
Idris Elba.
You just who do you play in MCU?
Isn't he Heimdall?
Hemdall, yeah.
Like
Hemdall.
I feel like he's super underused in that role. You know?
So you're saying
Yeah,
that you're saying that Vin Diesel's better with Groot?
and Thor, he was the one that was holding a sword and stuff like that.
Oh
Yeah.
At the portal.
yeah. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like he basically stands there, holds a sword. He doesn't really say much. Like
You
he's
know, he's a
super
gatekeeper.
underutilized. Yeah.
He's a gatekeeper.
They used him for a sub character. Like,
Listen,
hey,
yeah.
who's one of the greatest actors in the world? You just saw, but let's get him to play this fucking role.
Let's just turn this key for this door. Okay, that's his job.
Can you hold this sword? Can you look cool doing that?
Yeah.
It was like seeing
Yeah.
it was like seeing Terry Crews in Training Day. You're just like, what are you doing there?
He played a bigger role in like he played a bigger role in Dark World and in Ragnarok as when he died.
Yeah, I mean, if you
who's Billy Butcher? Carl Urban, right? Billy Butcher in the Anti-Hero show.
Wait, what?
I don't think I watched the Anti-Hero show.
What the heck's it called?
The
Sorry to
Anti-Hero
interrupt.
show?
I'll put this
No,
together.
no, no.
quick. Carl Urban plays the bald, Gila's bald.
Oh, Billy Butcher from The Boys.
From The Boys, thank you. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Anti-Hero.
I was like Billy Butcher. Where the fuck have I heard that name before? Yeah, from The Boys. Yeah.
Carl Urban in that, right? In the MCU,
great actor.
He has a way bigger part than Idris Elba. You know what I mean? Like in Ragnarok, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just such a waste of such a great actor, you know?
I was very disappointed when they didn't get him to play Kano in the new Mortal Kombat movie. I think he would have been like perfect. He like had like if you watch him in The Boys, he has that like real Kano vibe. You're just like, yeah, this guy's like super douche and like you know
D-bag.
Yeah. I thought The Boys was great. It was a great spin on the superhero world. And you know what? We could actually talk about that because you know we're talking about that this week. So I don't think Ray's watched The Boys.
I'm gonna do the education this week.
I thought The Boys was
You're gonna get hooked. You're gonna get hooked.
I thought The Boys was a great show. Like
how many seasons is it? Because I'll check it out.
Just 2 right now.
2. The first episode, you're just like,
perfect.
What the fuck? Like,
they just wrapped filming season 3. Actually,
did they?
Mm-hmm.
And that's DC, right? That's like off of DC. The Boys.
I think it directly apes those heroes. Yeah, but I don't I don't know if it's affiliated at all, but
I want to say it's affiliated. Let me double check to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure that the boys is somehow or related to DC. It was originally published by DC Comics under Wildstorm imprint before moving to Dynamite Entertainment. So it was originally a DC thing. Because what's the girl's name? Starfire or whatever. What the fuck's her name? The Starfire's her name, right? I'm pretty sure she was bigger in DC than anybody else in that show was. Like, you don't know A-Train. Like, all those characters are based off of other people, obviously. A-Train's based off the Flash. The Deep is based off of Aquaman. Homelander's obviously Superman. Maeve. Is her name Maeve? Is that
Queen Maeve?
Queen Maeve? Like that. That's obviously Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought the show was awesome. It's definitely worth watching. I do want to get through the Invincibles, whatever it's called, the animated one. I forget if it's Invincibles or Invisibles, but I want to say it's Invincible.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the Amazon one.
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Yeah,
is that the one Joel was talking about?
That's worth
probably it's animated.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably all about it. Joel told me about a pretty good, like, for those of you who don't know who Joel is, he's this really weird guy we work with, but he's like an awesome kid. He loves anime. He's like all about anime. That's like his fucking bread and butter. But he put me onto a Netflix show called The Squid Games. That show is fucking insane.
I just finished watching that yesterday.
You watched the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched Squid Game. Squid Game is pretty well.
I watched all of it. Ray hasn't seen it yet, so we can't talk too much about it. But I loved that show.
So listen, Squid Game. I just had this thought yesterday. Squid Game is like a live action, like anime or manga. That's what that show is.
Yeah.
It's.
Well, one day, we're gonna have an anime episode for us, which I think you guys will be doing most of the talking. I'll be doing some chiming in, but
have to give you some homework.
You have to give me some homework. I'm gonna have to do some nerd homework, but
facts.
But we can definitely do an anime episode and talk about some of that shit, and I can give you my opinion. But we'll say that for another day. But yeah, so what? Like, so with the superhero world, like whether it's heroes or villains, or villains versus villains, heroes versus heroes, are there any like matchups that you ever want to see? Like, you just want to see two people fight and see what happens? Like, is there anything that you ever thought of?
And one dawned on me today when I was filling out the bracket. Jean Grey, Phoenix versus Scarlet Witch.
Now, they're two of the most powerful characters in all of DC, aren't they? I mean, on Marvel.
Yeah.
Hey, they're the top tier. Yeah.
They're like the two that can like end the world kind of deal.
Yeah. The Dark Phoenix and the Scarlet Witch. Yeah.
Yeah. They can pretty much fuck up the entire world if they wanted to. If they damn well please, they were like, you know what, fuck this, I'm ending it. Like they can definitely do that. Like, those are the two characters that can definitely do that.
Silver Surfer was up there too.
So look at some of these matchups. Let's see what we got here. Black Panther and War Machine. That was that was something. But as a kid, I did like War Machine. I liked him a lot because he wasn't Iron Man. Not that I disliked Iron Man, but everyone liked Iron Man, so I wanted to be different. So War Machine was my guy.
I was the same way. War Machine, my guy too.
But Black Panther, man, like Black Panther got me hooked. It got me hooked.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I had to go Black Panther over him.
Same.
Captain America and Martian Manhunter. As weird as it sounds, Martian Manhunter is a huge fan favorite. It's fucking weird because I, when remember the game Injustice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people went fucking crazy when they introduced Martian Manhunter into that game. They loved the shit. I never understood the Martian Manhunter vibe. I never got that. I don't dislike Martian Manhunter, but like he's not a guy that I'd be like, oh my god, put him in a video game right now. That's not the guy,
Nah.
But people seem to really love him. I just don't. I don't know. I mean, Captain America over him all day.
Facts.
At least for me.
Facts.
Uh, Actually, I'm gonna put you guys side by side while we read this, so we can compare. Should we actually pick Martian Manhunter? Should we pick Martian
Yeah,
Manhunter?
like Cap is kind of like classic Cap is pretty. He's done. He's like the Superman.
he's white bread.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I love the new Cap. I love Captain Falcon or whatever we're calling him.
Well, what I always like to say to get under people's skin who love Captain America, I was like, oh, he's about the male Wonder Woman. That guy. I would just say I would just say I have to get under people's skin just to do it. But I don't dislike Captain America.
Oh, he's the best.
Cable and Black Canary. I don't even think it's close personally. I mean, Cable's just Cable.
Cable.
I know you guys
Not
both
even
like
Josh
Cable.
Brolin's Cable, just Cable in general.
Cable in general.
Cable.
Nightwing is Zatanna Zatara. I mean, Nightwing's gonna win because Nightwing's popular. But if you don't know who Zatanna Zatara is, you should definitely check her out. She's cool. She's cool as shit.
She's beastie. But I went with Nightwing.
But yeah, you have to go with Nightwing. Nightwing,
Is Zatanna Zatara
No.
same
It wasn't a
chick who was in
popularity.
G.I. Joe as well?
I don't think so. I wasn't really big into G.I. Joe, so I honestly couldn't tell you.
Okay.
But she's like a magician chick. Like she's like that's the vibe you get off her. She's like a magician.
Yeah. Nightwing will whip that ass though.
I don't know if he'd whoop that ass, but in reality, I don't think he'd whoop that ass. But if we're talking their fan favorite and who should win, Nightwing's definitely the guy. Green Lantern and Jean Grey. We all know in reality it's Jean Grey. Like that's not even going to be a close fight. But I think I picked Green Lantern because I like Green Lantern more. Jean Grey is honestly one of my least favorite of the X-Men group. That's just me personally.
Oh no, man. Yo, guys, I'm sorry. I gotta cut this off.
Well, he straight left and came back. He was so mad.
But yeah, no. In reality, it's obviously Jean Grey. But for me personally, I like Green Lantern. This one I threw in there just for like ha-has. I think because Truby talked me into it more than anything. But I got Howard the Duck in there. So Howard the Duck and Rorschach from Watchmen.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know who that is, that's the guy that has that mask on that like changes and shit. Like it's like a stocking mask that you go rob a house with. But I mean, he's cool as shit. Obviously Howard the Duck doesn't stand a chance, but just for ha-has, he's there. This matchup was the hardest matchup probably in the entire bracket for me. Cyclops versus Beast, because those are my two of my favorite in all of DC. I mean, in all of Marvel. I love.
I didn't judge it off of popularity. I judged it off of who would really kick whose ass. You know what I mean? So
and I get that. That's.
I went with Cyclops on that one.
All right, so my question. So we're gonna do this with like horror movies and shit, right? Like we're gonna do the same thing. Are you gonna go based off of your personal feeling, or who you think would win out of the horror movie icons in a fight?
Now we'll go off of who really won.
That's how you're gonna do it. No,
yeah,
I like when people do that. I go off of personal preference personally because it's it's who my favorite is. So
Right.
nobody was gonna beat Batman on this bracket for me. Not for the superheroes. Doesn't matter who you put against Batman. No, the hardest fight was Batman against Deadpool, but no one was beating Batman on this bracket to me. That's personal preference. But would would majority of this list kill Batman? Yeah, probably. He's a fucking human. But one thing
I had
about
Storm.
Batman, well, one thing I have to say about Batman that you kind of
He
have
has
to
money.
admire. He has money. Something you have to admire about Batman. He is considered a superhero amongst superheroes in the same group. Like they call him a superhero, but he's not actually. He doesn't have superpowers, but he's still considered a superhero. And people,
You don't think they're just like telling the rich kid what he wants to hear because he keeps paying for everything?
well, no, I don't think that, and I think that they, I I I think they actually admire his wit and they admire his mind because not for nothing, but like one of the comics that I really want to read that I haven't had a chance to read yet, because I can't get my hands on it, but it's the Doomsday comic where you know Batman has a contingency plan to incapacitate the entire Justice League in case something goes left. And it's an irreversible plan. Where Superman could just kill everybody if he wanted to. Wonder Woman could just kill everybody if she wanted to, except for Superman. Um, Batman has a plan to incapacitate everybody, which, you know, for someone who is human to be able to do that to Superman, Wonder Woman, uh, Flash, the entire Justice League, Aquaman, for you to be able to incapacitate all of them as a human being is pretty fucking cool. And it's admirable.
Not only
But
that, but like he has all
You
the
know
shit
what?
in his utility belt ready to go at any given moment.
exactly, he has the
You
the
know what?
Superman repellent bat spray on him at all
What's that, Ray?
times.
I've always debated and not really thought about that. I've always debated who was smarter between Iron Man and Batman,
They're
but it's
different
gotta be
smart.
no, they're different smart.
They're
But
different kind of smart.
I think Batman actually edges him. I'll tell you
Yes,
why.
absolutely.
Because Batman knows how to, knock out everybody, included. We're talking about god tier level characters. You know what I mean? He knows
Right.
how to decapitate them. He knows how to beat Superman. He knows how to beat Wonder Woman. He knows how to beat all these god tier characters. Darkseid,
He's
Doomsday.
the world's smartest detective. He's
Yeah.
legitimately one of the smartest people in the world.
Yeah, Iron
So-
Man is pay to play, right? And Batman is meta.
Right.
See, the things with Iron Man is scientifically smart. When it comes,
Yes.
like, scientifically, he's one of the smartest people when it comes to science and understanding how things work. Stuff along those lines. Where Batman is just he's 10 steps ahead of everybody all the time. And the fact that he had this contingency plan that was irreversible, deemed irreversible. It was meant irreversible for a reason. Because if something goes left with Superman and he goes fucking crazy, you have to be able to incapacitate him. You have to be able to hold him down. So, and you don't want it to be able to be reversed. Someone steals those plans from Batman, incapacitates the entire Justice League, and Batman's left by himself, and he has to reverse his irreversible plans, which he ends up doing. Like, that's fucking insane. Do I think that Iron Man could pull that off? Fuck no. Fuck no. No fucking way. I don't think that Tony Stark can incapacitate Thor or the Hulk. No fucking way. Not happening. Not happening. That's out. And at the end of the day too, if people always want to bring up, oh well, Iron Man will beat Batman in a fight. They're both equipped with the same shit. They got money. They got gadgets. It's what they do. You take everything away from both of them. They have no money on them, no suits, no nothing. They're just going head up, fight man to man. Batman is whooping that man's ass.
See,
Bruce Wayne
Iron
is
Man,
beating Tony Stark's ass. End the
Iron
story.
Man does
That's
have a
fact.
contingency for each of the Avengers, though. He has a suit for
Does he?
each. Yeah.
I want to hear a little about
Famously,
that.
the Hulk Buster set, the Hulk Buster armor.
I want to hear more about this.
That one's iconic. Let's like see if I can find a pic of that one.
Oh, the Iron Man Hulk Buster?
Yeah, the Iron Man Hulk Buster.
Yeah.
He's got one that'll handle lightning for Thor. Like he's got contingencies. You know.
Can he execute them?
I don't. Has he had to? Just specifically with Hulk. I know that.
Yeah. I think I wouldn't say I would. I mean, at the same time, I wouldn't count Iron Man out. I guarantee he probably has backup plans for his own team as well.
He might have shit up his sleeve.
But I mean, when you let the super soldier and the other super soldier, kick your ass, man, you gotta kind of question,
I mean, it's not like Bruce Wayne doesn't get his ass kicked. Bruce Wayne gets beat up sometimes. He just gets
Yeah,
beat up
but
by superheroes, not by regular
listen,
people.
Batman would have took he would have took Super Soldier and Winter Soldier together.
That's because he's equipped with martial arts. Ra's al Ghul taught him well.
What about like Batman with somebody like Cable from the future? It's like Batman's not necessarily prepared or equipped for that far in the future. So, how's he deal with that?
That's a good question.
Think of a way. He's Batman. That's what he does.
Right.
He would think of a way, and that's the thing.
There was an episode. They had like an alien invasion, and I think majority of the Justice team got knocked out, and Batman had to save everybody.
Classic Batman.
Classic Batman.
Classic Batman.
I don't know if that was in the original animated series. It might have been in Unlimited, but I'm not sure. I remember the aliens invading Metropolis, and Superman got taken out, and the aliens were like copying like their DNA and stuff like that.
They went to the Fortress of Solitude.
I can't remember. And they might have. It was a long time. That's a long time ago.
Who is your favorite Teen Titan?
Me?
Yeah.
Raven.
Raven?
Yeah.
I am mad. That's a bad bitch.
That's tough, man.
I'm gonna go Cyborg all the way on that. But
I don't think any of them could beat Raven.
See, I would say Cyborg or Beast Boy. Raven.
Beast Boy is the fan favorite. Beast Boy is a fan favorite. People love that kid. People love Beast Boy.
I love Beast Boy. He's hilarious. Hilarious.
Raven is definitely top notch. I see both of you guys have Hulk beating her.
Yeah, she can't be Hulk. She can't be Hulk. She's badass. Like I feel like she's young, so she's not really at her max potential. But I mean, you've seen some of the things she could do in the animated series. Raven, when she maximized her potential, she'd be tough to beat. She'd be real tough to beat. Should be right. She's being that she's a demon. She's God level. So, she'd be tough to beat. But right now, the powers we know of her and stuff like that is not enough to beat Hulk.
Yeah,
you can't. There's no known thing that can beat a Hulk.
We got a Hulk.
Nah, Silver Surfer could beat the Hulk.
I don't know as far as this goes. Uh, well, no, you have Silver Surfer beating Doctor
Silver,
Strange and Iron Man and Blade
yes,
and Storm. Silver Surfer's in
yes,
your final, and Hulk.
yes.
You got him going against.
Do you
Silver
know how
Surfer's
strong
pretty
he
powerful.
is?
He's a herald.
I'm not
He
very
can
familiar with
destroy.
Silver Surfer.
He can destroy worlds
I'm
like
not super
this.
familiar. I'm not super familiar with him. Like Thanos did.
He also like exalts people. I don't know if you ever seen Fantastic Four with the Silver Surfer. But
I'm so not into Fantastic Four, not even a little bit.
okay. So like he like exalts people like the radiation and stuff like that. So
yeah,
the only person Hulk can get close to beating him, maybe, but I think Silver Surfer would edge him out because
that's,
Hulk he just gets madder and madder, and the madder he gets, he can destroy worlds as well. But he's not at that peak yet. There's a special Hulk they call him or something like that, and he'll destroy worlds like that. But Hulk's not there yet, so Silver Surfer would definitely edge him out.
um,
Silver Surfer Silver Surfer would have had problems with me beating Scarlet Witch or Jean. Scarlet Witch and Jean, it's kind of like a stalemate almost. I think Phoenix edges her out a little bit. I couldn't I couldn't really choose between the two, so I went with Jean being my personal favorite. And
yeah. Truby
the
had
the
Scarlet Witch and Deadpool as his final two. You had Scarlet Witch and Jean in the final four.
yeah, that'd be a tough fight.
Some of
But,
the so, some
see, the thing is, Jean being a telepathic, with Scarlet Witch being somebody who like alters reality. I think Jean can counteract that with her telekinesis. Being a it'd be a battle of the minds at that point. But being that she is the Phoenix,
yeah, until Professor X goes in there and fucks everything up.
as that's I can't see it because Scarlet Witch can't exactly touch Jean. She can't touch her, so she has to use the reality power to like but I don't even see her manipulating her like that because Jean is that strong. Her mind is that strong. So it'd be a good fight though.
Yeah, what Scarlet Witch's power, her chaos magic, her
Right.
strength in that is she doesn't have to cast anything, say anything, do anything. It's just she thinks it and it becomes reality.
Right.
So in that way, her and Jean are pretty evenly matched.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Phoenix Fire Force, I think that'd be too much for Scarlet.
But Deadpool,
Like I said, it's at that point. It's the battle of the minds at that point. Jean
right.
Jean could alter her mind like that as well. She just gotta, you know what I mean? She just gotta think it.
See, I think Deadpool's power, Deadpool's ability to kind of traverse the multiverse is more powerful than Jean's power. Or
Deadpool?
Or Deadpool. Yes. Because Deadpool can literally walk off the comic page. He's talking to you and me, the people reading the comic, like his
he breaks the third wall.
He breaks the fourth
Fourth
wall.
wall.
He breaks the fourth wall, and the fact that he exists outside the comic, I think, is more powerful than the reality happening within the comic. You know what I mean? So for me, like, he has the most powerful comic power right there.
Pun intended.
You can't beat that.
Pun intended. That's thinking outside the box. I like that.
It is, but it should disintegrate him. Like this.
But not if he's not if he's not in the comic book. If he's not in there, she can't disintegrate him. He ain't there. He's reading her.
He can't read her.
No, he can physically read her. He can pick up her comic book and be like, "Oh," that's what he does. That's what
I mean. Like, he basically steps out of the comic and shuts it, and it's just like
that's what Deadpool does. Yeah,
there's no getting around that.
Y'all playing games, man.
I get what he's saying. I don't know how realistic it is, but I get what he's saying. he ain't wrong. He breaks the fourth wall. That's what he does.
Yeah, how come the chat? I just noticed. How come the chat is disabled?
It shouldn't be disabled. Is the chat disabled?
It is on my screen.
Oh, well, that's stupid. It definitely shouldn't be. Well, Scott, you want to keep fucking up our podcast or what?
I just noticed that.
I don't even know how to add it back
I mean,
in.
I don't know.
And I had it there. I don't know why it's not.
Could be a story for another time.
Yeah, we can figure that out another day. But that's fucking weird. I don't know how I did that.
I will say this. Last week, it felt weird doing the podcast from the phone. I felt like I was like all over the
Exposed.
place. My screen was moving 24/7. I'm like, man, I hate this. I should just fix it another time. It'd be
Yeah,
alright.
yeah, I'm gonna have to.
49 is a catch.
Yeah, I don't know how that disappeared. Oh shit.
You're gonna be happy. Your boy Adams and Jones is going off.
Oh, I know what it is now. So I think I had it in kids mode, and the live chat is disabled in kids mode from what what
Oh,
what Reckless just told me. Shout out to Reckless.
oh, yep. There you go. You're reckless. What's up, man?
Shout out Reckless, man. Um, well, feel free to chime in, guys.
My
um,
fault. I'm over here checking out fantasy.
nah, it's all good. Um, damn, well, that was stupid of me. You know, well, we're gonna get this right one day, where you can actually hear me the entire time. Chat's good to go. You can hear Jay, and he's actually in here. He's not echoing.
I was looking this up.
Uh,
You said Zatanna, whatever her name is before. I'm like, isn't that a GI Joe dude?
Dude,
It's Zartan. It's
Zartan.
Zartan. Close. It's from like the Sergeant Slaughter era.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, Mikey wants to know why it's quiet in the football chat.
Like, oh, the Eagles winning,
Cuz, man.
or did they win?
You know? Cuz, man. You know? Yeah, not everybody can hit a 66-yard field goal.
You don't
Yeah,
got
it happened today, huh? Sean was going nuts about that.
Hey, there we go.
That's fixed. We in here. What's up, Reckless?
And shout out to Reckless, man. Reckless in here, changing the world. Uh, so yeah, that's what we're talking about. Um, before I fucked up our podcast again. Um, so some of the matchups on this bracket were like, you know, so what we did was we put the names in the hat, we put them out of the hat. Like I like doing that because it gives us like a chance for upsets. It's no seeding. If you seed it, it's like Superman, Scarlet Witch, like Jean Grey. They have to be at the top. Like no, I want to make it like as random as possible. So some of the matches on here, like I said, Beast and Cyclops was tough. That was hard for me personally. Um, those are two of my favorites. Directly after that, Superman and Wonder Woman. Those are two powerhouses. Whether you like Superman or not, that's a powerhouse. Superman and Wonder Woman, for one of them to go out in the first round is kind of fucked up. Um, let me see. I guess you could say Rogue and Wolverine. Um, is another one depending on how much you like Rogue. Some people really like her. Some people really don't care for her. Uh, let me see.
See, if I went with personal favorites, it would have been Wolverine. But I feel like if they fought, Rogue would just like absorb the shit out of him and call it a day.
Yeah. Batman and Gambit. That's pretty fucked up because Gambit deserves to go further in this bracket than he went. But how do you beat Batman? How do you beat Batman? And Gambit's like a top tier favorite for X Men in general. People love
He is.
Gambit.
He is. I love Gambit, yo. But I went with
Uh,
Batman.
how can you not? It's Batman. Uh, Storm and Spider Man could be another one, depending on how much you like Storm.
Storm.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
Rogue is very hard to
Rogue
beat
Rogue
because
is
all you
hard to
gotta do
beat.
is touch. What you gotta do is touch. And shit absorb you into,
Rogue and
it's
Wolverine's
not.
sex life is probably crazy. That's got to be insane and intense. Like you touch and it's like you have to hurt
He,
yourself. It's fucking weird.
see, he can't. She can absorb Wolverine until he can't heal through that, and then it's
They did
over.
that. They did that in the first movie, didn't they? They do something like that where like Hugh Jackman was like damn near
Oh
death.
yeah. Well, she.
It was so long
Wait, what
ago.
happened? It happened. No, yeah. So he was in her room, and she woke up. No, she was in Wolverine's room. He woke up and he stabbed her, but she touched him so she can heal up. She took his
Right,
powers so she can
right,
heal
right.
up, and then
And
he was like,
he can heal after that,
right, but
right?
he was in a coma. He was in a coma,
Um,
and coma.
and so I mean, Storm and Spider Man. Depending on how much you like Storm and Spider Man is kind of a shitty matchup. Shout out to Halle Berry playing Storm. Can I say that? I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say that. Shout out to Halle Berry. He said, "I heard y'all talk about
Yo,
Silver Surfer. He wiping half the bracket." Uh,
bruh, yo, Reckless, tell them, man. Tell
listen,
them. Silver
I'm not
Surfer ain't nothing to play with. That man's a bad man. That
like
man's a bad man.
like I said though. This is if you depends on how you look at this bracket. If you're going off of personal preference, it's who you like compared to who you don't like as much. If you're going off of who's going to win in a fight, you can do that. That's perfectly fine. Uh, I I don't have like I have Silver Surfer beating Doctor Strange, and I have Lobo beating Iron Man, but I don't have Silver Surfer beating Lobo personally.
That Lobo being Iron Man?
I did, yeah. I love Lobo. I'm a villain and anti-hero kind of guy. Lobo's an anti-hero. He's not exactly a hero, but he does play for the good guys for the most part.
Kind of like Ghost Rider or the Punisher or
Yeah, Pretty much, yeah. Deadpool. Deadpool's another one who's like,
Spawn.
Silver Surfer is outrageously strong for no damn reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spawn. Spawn's should have had Spawn. Definitely should have had Spawn. Yeah, Spawn's in the Marvel world, isn't he? Or DC? Is he one of them?
Not so. Spawn is Todd Mcfarlane for Image Comics, and he got his start drawing for Marvel. I think he was drawing Carnage, maybe. But the stuff he was doing was like wild and crazy, and he decided to kind of take it his own direction. And that I think of that eventually became like Spawn's cape and whatnot.
That's pretty
Mm.
interesting.
Yeah.
Let me see what else we got on the side here. Hulk and Raven is another one that's kind of tough.
That was the last one on there, right?
That's the second to last one. The last one was Flash and Punisher. But I mean that's an easy choice depending on preference. I like Flash, but most people like Punisher.
I don't like Punisher. He's another Blade, pretty much, and Blade better.
I don't know. Blade lost to Hawkeye. What it says here. No, I'm just kidding. You guys both had Hawkeye losing to Blade. But I just want to see if you guys would check me on that.
It's Wesley Snipes, man. Come on.
Wesley Snipes. He played basketball with Woody Harrelson. That's what he does.
Stupid. Says Wesley Snipes, man. Come on. Yeah.
Billy stays by my desk at all times.
Man.
He's in half-court hook shots to get his girlfriend on Jeopardy.
But if it came down to like
I got Flash being punished.
Blade, he'll wipe Hawkeye. Isn't he a vampire too?
Blade?
Yeah.
He's a daywalker.
He's a daywalker. Yeah.
He's all the strengths of a vampire with none of the weakness, basically.
Exactly. Yeah, he'll wipe him. He'll wipe him.
Nobody had Blade.
He couldn't keep up with the speed and the power.
Oh, my sister actually had Hawkeye beating Blade and Black Lightning. Then he lost to Iron Man.
No way Jeremy Renner's beating Wesley Snipes.
At all.
That's how we're looking at it.
Never.
So let's talk. Let's talk about.
Can you imagine Jeremy Renner playing that part in Demolition Man though?
No.
Exactly. That's why Wesley Snipes wins.
Let's talk about the villains now. So some of the villain matchups here. Were there any that was like really tough? Not really. I mean, these are all pretty straightforward. So we have the first one was Kingpin and Carnage. I think Carnage is pretty much a clear winner for that. I don't know if anyone's gonna have Kingpin over Carnage. That's kind of weird. Penguin and Reverse Flash. I guess you can go either direction. It's gonna be Penguin for me personally. Ray has Reverse Flash. I ain't mad at it. I don't mind Reverse Flash. Magneto and Lex Luthor. Now, Magneto and Lex Luthor is a different one. I like that matchup. Is it hard to pick a winner? No, it's not. Magneto is going to beat Lex Luthor. But I prefer Lex Luthor, so I'm going to pick Lex Luthor personally.
I think Magneto's more of a fan fave too. So.
Oh no, definitely, he definitely is. Thanos and Ultron. It's not even fair. Thanos is way cooler to me. At least in my opinion, Thanos is way cooler.
With the Infinity Gauntlet, he's untouchable. Period.
Doctor Doom and Green Goblin. I mean, get Green Goblin the fuck out of here. Brainiac and Darkseid. That could be a good matchup. I think
Darkseid,
I think Darkseid wins clear. Personally,
same.
I'm gonna keep saying the word personally. Truby, feel free to chime in this. I think Truby's frozen.
Nah, Chewie. Oh, is he frozen? I
I think
think
he's
he
frozen.
is.
You know what? He has a beautiful face. We'll just keep him there like that. Waiting for Spider-Man to have Iron Man tech. Spider-Man has to not die first. I'm just kidding. I'm just being salty with Spider-Man.
Come on, you're doing my man Spidey dirty.
I don't like Spider-Man. It makes me smile every time he says, I don't feel very good, Mr. Stark." I don't want to go. I don't want to go. He's back. Hey, Truby.
Back.
Yeah, little frozen there. What happened?
Uh, you know, children love them.
I don't know.
What?
Dad joke. I'm sorry. Um, so yeah, what we said? We said Brainiac and Darkseid. I think Darkseid wins that clear.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn and Apocalypse. Most people are going to say Apocalypse, but Harley Quinn is my favorite out of all the villains, and probably all of comics. So Harley Quinn's going all the way to the end for me. That's including beating Thanos. Yes. I got Harley Quinn all the way. Personal preference. Sinestro and Bane. Unpopular opinion. I have Sinestro. I like Sinestro way more than I like Bane. I think Sinestro's cool as shit. And I think Truby's also frozen again.
Yes, he is.
With a not as handsome face as the last one. Because he has like the worried face going on there. Like he's like worried about something.
A little
Not,
bit.
not sure what's happening there. Like he just got caught
The
doing something. Yeah, he got caught like taking the last piece of candy. Uh, Red Skull and Black Adam.
I think I want a Red Skull.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Reckless Apocalypse is gonna win for most people. Oh, Truby just said something in the chat. Oh, he's rebooting.
All right.
That's cool. So Truby's rebooting. So we're gonna keep looking at this face of Truby right for now. Uh, Riddler and Killmonger. That one kind of stung a little bit because I love Killmonger, but Riddler's cool as fuck.
The
I'm
one with Killmonger.
I'm going with Killmonger too. As much as I love the Riddler, I'm going Killmonger. Uh, Doc Ock and Doomsday. That's a joke. It's a joke. Doc Ock is not hanging with Doomsday. Uh, Joker and Black Manta. I like Black Manta a lot, but it's the fucking Joker. You're not beating the Joker.
I want with Joker too.
Yeah, you're not beating Joker. Galactus and Juggernaut. Uh,
Galactus.
People love Galactus. I think Juggernaut is a huge fan favorite. He was in Deadpool too for that reason. People love to see Juggernaut. Uh, Poison Ivy and Loki. I know that my sister was upset at me for that one because Poison Ivy is like her favorite, but she loves Loki, and going against one or the other is kind of blasphemous to her. Um, Loki all day, baby. Loki all day.
Loki.
Loki all
Loki
day.
all day. Facts.
Mystique and General Zod. As cool as General Zod is, Mystique is like a huge fan favorite, so it's kind of hard to beat her.
I want
Um,
Mystique. I don't like Zod.
I like General Zod. But Mystique, Mystique's Mystique.
Facts.
Deathstroke and Venom was very hard for me. That was probably the hardest matchup on this bracket for me to actually pick a winner. I
In
end
a
up going.
real fight, I think Venom will win.
Well, I'm saying aside from a real fight, I'm talking about personal preference for me.
Mm.
I love Deathstroke and I love Venom. I ended up going with Venom, but it was a hard choice. Like, I actually had to scratch my head at this one. Uh,
I want with Venom. I did mine strictly off of who would beat who and stuff like that. And I can't see who's the guy Deathstroke beating out Venom at all. So Venom whooped that ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got Venom beating him too. As far as like the next matchups go, like I'm not sure where it takes us. Uh, I think I think Joker's unfair because of how much of a fan favorite he is. Joker's super unfair. Um, People love the Joker. I see you had Doomsday being the Joker though,
Yeah.
but you're also going off of who would win in a fight or who you think who can win if it came down to it. Um, yeah, I can see how you did that. Darkseid Apocalypse is a good fight.
That's a stalemate.
That's a good fight.
That's a stalemate. They be fighting forever.
Yeah, that's a good fight. I ain't mad at that fight.
So it'd be pretty much who would not cool out of the universe first, because
Yeah.
that's
Listen,
a stalemate fight.
your final four is pretty heavy when it comes to fighting. You got Thanos, Apocalypse, Doomsday, and Galactus. It's a pretty that's a fight heavy crew.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think my final four was Thanos, Harley Quinn, Joker, and Venom. Pretty sure. And I think my final two was Harley Quinn and Venom, and with Harley Quinn winning. I'm pretty sure that's how mine went, if I remember correctly. I don't have it in front of me because I did it on the computer, but I'm pretty sure that's how I had mine going. Um, yeah, I know I have a few more on here. I wonder if I have any interesting ones in here.
What's that?
Uh, the villains. All right, so I got one with Carnage and Venom as the final two.
Wow.
Yeah, it was Carnage, Harley Quinn, Joker, and Venom were the final four. Carnage and Venom being the final two, and Venom being out Carnage. That's interesting. I have another one. I have so many brackets in my phone right now. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with these. I got to be better with this. Darkseid versus Apocalypse in the movie, I would want to see. Yeah, of course. Wow, how would you not want to see that?
Yeah, that'd be. I feel
That'd
like
be
Apocalypse
that'd
would
be
maybe
dope.
edge him only because Apocalypse could do so much.
It depends how the fight goes, though. It depends how the fight goes. Um, I want to. I haven't watched Bat in the Sun in a while, but I was saying earlier in the podcast. For those of you who have never seen Bat in the Sun, the YouTube channel, they have uh they have live action fights of like dream fights, from comic characters and stuff like that, and video game characters too. Like they have one with like the Green Ranger versus Scorpion and shit. Like they have like pretty cool ones. But like Wolverine and Wonder Woman's one of them, and Batman and Darth Vader, the Predator and Wolverines. They have a whole bunch of them. But they're definitely worth watching. I like them a lot. Um, for those of you who are into that type of thing, you should definitely check out Bat in the Sun on YouTube. They have some pretty dope fighting, and for it to be live action is pretty cool too. Like for them to actually put the thought in the getting actors to actually act out the roles. It's pretty cool. Terrible Joker. I can say that the Joker was terrible. Um, I feel like we might have lost Truby for the night. I'm not sure though.
Probably.
Um, I might,
We
I
out
might,
one almost.
I might go to, I might go the same direction. I honestly, reckless. I think I might go Dark Side too. I think I might go Dark Side too. Honestly, um, I know I got two more brackets coming out that I'll send out to people soon. Um, we have horror movie icons. We're gonna do a horror movie week. We're gonna talk about horror movies and like our favorite icons for horror movies and stuff. That'll probably be in a couple weeks. Towards Halloween. Um, we're doing one for critically acclaimed movies. That should be another one that we're putting together. Um, I'm working out a list for that one right now. Uh, you know, uh, it's going to be either personal preference or what you think is better by general consensus. However, it is you want to fill it out. But, I enjoy doing these brackets. Some people ask to do it. Yeah, for sure, reckless. Get in on the brackets, man. They're fun to do, and they get your wheels turning sometimes when you see some of the matches. You're like, oh shit, like uh,
Facts.
you know, the I know the comedian one. I know, um, I don't think I have any left over, but like the comedian one, there was so many ones that you saw people who went against each other. You were like, shit, I gotta pick between these two right now, and it's like Charlie Murphy and Richard Pryor. Like you want Charlie Murphy to go out in the first round, like that sucks. But it's Richard Pryor. How can you not? You know what I mean? It's I like that it's not seeded and it's random and like there's upsets like that. I think it's cool to do that. So like when we do the critically acclaimed movies and the horror icons, I'm also putting one together with hip hop duos because I think that's a cool concept too. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I like doing these brackets, man. I like doing it. They're fun for me.
Not it fun. But we're coming up on a 2 hour mark. What are we doing for next week?
I don't know, man. I wish we had Truby and Jay in here so we can all kind of agree on something. But I guess if you snooze, you lose, old bastards. Um,
Now, if anything, we're gonna put up we'll post and you know because we definitely gotta talk about it with the team. So we'll post
yeah,
and
yeah,
let everybody know like what we're talking about next week and stuff like that.
yeah, for sure. I'll post it on Instagram and Twitter and shit by Tuesday, hopefully, if we can get the gang to talk about it and shit. I know Truby's on vacation, so we won't see him at work. But I know Tuesday, me, you, and Swift are together,
Yeah.
so we can get together and just run it by Truby. Um, but I'm thinking along the lines of the critically acclaimed movies. Maybe if we can get the list together ahead, I can send that bracket out. And we can get those done ahead of time. I think we can go that route. 'Cause I know I got Big Sean help me with that one because he's he got the encyclopedia in his head. The man's a walking encyclopedia. But I know we're not putting series in there like movie series, so you won't see like the Godfather movies or we're trying to keep movies that are parts of a series away from that list because we're gonna do one separate from that and gangster movies. So like you won't see like Goodfellas or Casino, any of those movies in there because they're going to be in a separate bracket too. So we're thinking about doing a gangster movie bracket. We're thinking about doing a critically acclaimed movie bracket and a movie series bracket. All separately. I have the horror icon one already done, and ready to send out for when we do that one. Uh, that was a lot of fun to do. Um, and in the comments, feel free to say if you feel like we missed somebody or whatever. I don't mind it. You know what I mean? I'll put my 2 cents in though.
If you guys got any ideas or want to see something, let us know in the comments. And
Yeah, if there's something y'all want to talk about, we can talk about something that y'all want to talk about too.
that's facts.
Hit us up. Like, majority of y'all who come in here got my number. Like, yo, what do you think about talking about this week? Let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm down. I'm down to talk about pretty much anything. But I'm thinking in 2 weeks we're gonna do the critically acclaimed movies, and the week after that we'll probably do the villains, the horror icons. It's closer to Halloween, so we'll figure out what we're gonna do next week, and we'll post on Instagram and you know see what happens for next week. But I will have this shit together next week, so we have fucking comments. You can hear me. You can hear everybody else. Maybe Jay and Jay will be able to stay in here for the entire thing. We'll see. Um, but yeah, man, we're gonna sign off until next time, man. Let's talk about it.
Facts. Peace out, y'all.